Greetings once again, dear Groaners, and welcome along to episode 91 of the show. The show that exposes the groans and everything that comes along with them. It is, of course, the Groan Zone. Your games this week are Yes or BS, Gimme the Question, and Who or What the Hell Am I? Zooming straight in at number one spot on the show is my groans, and then the rest of the show will flow from there. Here we are. People who fidget and cannot sit still. These kind of people who constantly move in chairs or must always fidget really annoy me, even more so when they are next to me in a chair or something. For God's sake, sit still. Hell, you couldn't sit still if I paid you. By the way, just to clarify, this groan is not aimed at anyone who suffers from autism or any other disability such as Parkinson's or anything else. People who cannot take no for an answer. I'll fire this one at those people on the street who go, "Hey, can I stop you for a minute?" Unfortunately, you do, but they then rattle off a sales pitch about a charity. Now, I donate to at least 4 or 5, so when I say no, I don't expect the reply of, "Oh well, one more won't hurt." Hey, it's my money, and if the actual cause has got half the money we donated, we wouldn't be in the mess we are in globally. Governments and warlords taking their cut. No means no. When people stop you in a store and ask if you work there. Oh yes, it's non-uniform day and I just decided to wear a hoodie and trainers to work. I clearly don't work in the shop we are both currently in at that point in time, stranger. Best one yet was when I got stopped by a woman who looked me up and down and said, "You work here, can you tell me how to get out of this shop?" Begging your pardon, your ladyship, but the same way you came in. Have I got to carry an ID that says, "Not employed by the shop I am in"? Because I don't work in retail. Well, I've had my piece this week, and my groans have been sucked into the depths of the Groan Zone once more. I'll be groaning more next week, and the audience groan will be coming later in the show. Let's have a game now in the form of Gimme the Question. Those are waiting in the wings, they are ready, and I dare say since you're listening to this, you're ready, groaner. Give me the question time. Round 1. Your answer is Fiji. Your questions are A. What country houses the largest temple in the southern hemisphere? B. What country has balut as one of their delicacies? Or C. What country is made up of approximately 100 islands? Go Groaners Live, give me your answers. You're playing at home, groaner. Here's where you pause, answer, unpause. What do you have for me, groaners? Ooh, they're coming in thick and quick this week. Another split. C's and D's down the line for the room this week, so far. Any more? Couple of seconds. No more. Round 2. Your answer is Egypt. Your questions are as follows. Option A. What country was not always surrounded by sand? B. What country invigorated Invigorated? That's a new word, I might use that one. What country invented decorative tiles? Or C. What is the 10th most populated country in the world? Same as before, groaners, you know what to do. And playing along at home, you know what to do too. We've had a B fly in and an A fly in. Any more? More of those to back those up. Okay. Yet again, another split for the room. Okay. Round 3. Your answer is 62 hours and 31 minutes. Your questions are as follows. Option A. What is the record for someone living underwater in diving gear? Option B. What is the longest time someone spent in a casino in the USA before being hospitalized? Or option C. What is the record for the longest pinball marathon? Go and playing along live, give me those. Playing at home, you know what to do. C's flying in across the board. Do you know something I don't, Groaners? Okay. Any more? Oh, 1B. Any more? Nope, that's it. Okay. Were any of you Groaners out there feeling lucky there? These next people were not so lucky. It's the return of unlucky. So we'll give What the a rest for a week or so. As I hate football, this week's unlucky goes out to the England team. They got through every game by the skin of their teeth until once again they got to the final and binned it when Spain handed their backside to them. No change there then, since 1966 for the England team. Unlucky! From unlucky now, we bounce over to creepy with Admin Nicole's Creepy Corner. This week's story is called If Only the World Made Sense. Never a truer statement, Admin Nicole. Never a truer statement. With their new location ready, it was time to head off again, but not without another surprise. Lila and Rosa had chosen to stay behind. Much like Talia, they too wanted to find their own path in this world, and as long as they had each other, they knew they would be alright. The old man was upset, but he knew he couldn't stop them, so instead he gave them a gift. A secret he long thought he'd be able to keep to himself, but if they had to walk their own path, then it was important they knew. If you ever find a doll that looks similar to Rosa, collect them. I knew it was a possibility that her body would get so damaged that she wouldn't be able to heal herself, so I worked around that. Do you remember Steampunk Stan? The crazy guy who never left the clock tower until the end, and we buried him there? He built me a steampunk heart. That's what's inside the doll, and what your sister's soul is tethered to. Never forget that, the old man explained. Lila thought about it and was grateful to the old man for thinking about such things. Now she knew that even if things looked grim, as long as her sister's heart still beat, she wasn't gone, so she would never truly be alone. They just needed to collect dolls similar for it to work. The old man was assured that they would be alright, and after goodbyes exchanged, they then left them to find their own path, hoping to be brighter than the one they were headed towards. This new location the Sewer Lord gave them was quite a distance away, and they were lucky not to run into any threats. Almost didn't seem normal in a way actually. All this walking, never coming across a single person or threat other than the locations they were given. This whole trip across the world and no other signs of life. Just an easy trip. Walking endlessly, always something to sleep and food to eat. No dangers of any kind whatsoever. Something was wrong and they knew it, but they couldn't do anything about it. Viola started to wish Marianne was with them so she could scout ahead and keep an eye on things, but she left when the town was destroyed. Something about finding a place in this world and checking on those she left behind. It took a few days, but a large factory was finally visible in the distance, before they were shortly hit by a blinding light. It was Bob and Moore, now transformed and stronger than ever. Their appearances both resembled Crunch, the only difference being the constellations on their cloaks. Now all three of them were guardian stars, and yet still no one knew what that even meant. Their sudden transformation with the building in sight could be seen as a good thing though. Then Crunch took matters into his own hands and took Valencia off the old man, who was not too happy about it. "We three are born anew, that's the sign, so now she stays with us. We follow her plan," Crunch said. The old man was shocked, but also confused as to what he meant by her plan. Viola, however, was just angry and started making demands to hand her over. That's when she remembered Valencia had a telepathic connection to the Metal 3. Was it really possible they were talking with her this whole time and never said anything? "What is this plan exactly? Why have you not been sharing this information with us?" Viola asked. "We were not supposed to. Simple as that. We made very clear to you a long time ago that we live for us, but we also live for her. Our loyalty will never waver. Now let's continue." "She's busy having tea right now. Let's not disturb her," Bob replied. The Metal 3 then went on ahead with Valencia in hand, and all the old man could do was follow. Viola was still angry, and I was just excited at all the new things she could see. The old man stopped in shock when he saw the factory. It was like a dream come true from a bygone age. A toy factory that was still standing, or well, mostly standing, but the old man couldn't contain his excitement. The Rainbow Sky Project. A toy factory that was standing since the old man was just a child and at least 100 years before then. The children of the rainbow each embodies a different colour and a different trait. Although some of the children in the line weren't even in the rainbow, so the name never made much sense. The old man got carried away, remembering when he had a Bobby Black doll way back when. The youngest, and the one to show no emotion, his favourite toy, but his memories were interrupted by a voice behind them. When he turned around and saw where it was coming from, he grabbed Ivy and kept it behind him. A Reaper, working for Death himself. He arrived at just the right time. I could use some help on the job. Been waiting by this tree far too long for someone dumb enough to go in there and help me save the rainbow, the Reaper said. Finally got around to a Reaper there, did you, Nicole? Hanging in there for more groaners. Don't worry, Admin Nicole will hit us with more creepy next week. We now must ask the age-old question of why oh why. Now this is not to incite a religious turf war, okay? It's just an observation. The Gen Z Catholic core, which is a new craze on TikTok apparently. So there's a new TikTok trend sweeping TikTok with people veiling. That's when they have the veil over their head. I don't know much about religion or anything, so do bear with me on this. Or showing off their rosary beads, or priests rating their fit, aka outfit. Yes, you heard that right. By all means, be Catholic or religious, but Gen Z, you have a lot to answer for. Be religious, but trending it all over TikTok, I've just got to ask, why oh why? Game time again now with Yes or BS. Round 1, the Greek Karate Burial Round. Option A, it's generally accepted that there are 4 main styles of karate. Option B, Vikings had sea burials. Or option C, ancient philosopher Plato was actually Italian and not Greek. Go Groaners, playing along live, give me your answers. Those at home, give your answers out. Pause, answer, unpause. We got B's coming in. Any more Groaners? More B's coming in. Okay. Radio. Okay. Any more? A C. Oh, a couple of A's. There we go. Moving on. Round 2. The night joke fear round. Option A. The world's first joke was traced back to 1400 BC. Option B. No one truly sleeps through the night. Or option C. Phagoriophobia is a fear of being fragile or handling fragile things. Go Groaners playing live, answers please. Those at home, pause, answer, unpause. We've got more B's coming in. A's flying in. And a couple of C's and another B. Okay, Groaners playing on live, I hear you loud and clear. Moving on to the last round. Round number 3. The Goober Life Garden round. Option A. The life expectancy of a hamster is 1 year. Option B. In a garden, butterflies stay away from weeds due to the chemical signals the plants give off. Or option C. Goober peas are another name for peanuts. Groaners live, you know what to do. Those at home, pause, answer, unpause. A massive C's flying in. Okay. Again, Groaners, you know something I don't. Oh, and an A and a B and another C. Okay, Groaners live, I hear you loud and clear for yes or BS this week. How many of you fell for the BS? That remains to be seen. We'll find out before the end of the show. Apologies, Groaners, I've had to do a re-recording here. As I said earlier, one of you Groaners out there will get a chance to groan later in the show, and that time is now. It is time for the audience groan, and this week it's the turn of Nell from Newcastle. And she emailed in and said the following: when people say they're going to do something and they don't actually do it, and then they deny all knowledge about it. Now, I've been guilty about this, Nell, but I'll own up to it and remember I had to do it but then forgot. Those who deny it are just born idle. Good groan, Nell. Very good groan. And thanks for listening to the show. If you want to be a part of the show, you can send us any of the following: your groans, your YOYs, your Zero or Hero of the Week nominations, an Oh Unlucky story or a What the, and of course your ideas and your feedback. We can be reached via email at thegroanzonepod@gmail.com. You can search for the show on Facebook groups under the Groan Zone podcast. You can deep dive into the Groan Zone via Discord. We record live every Friday at 8:30 Greenwich Mean Time. You can shoot myself a message on Facebook Messenger under the name Mystery Groaner, or you can do the same for admin Nicole under Nicole Amos. Lastly, you can drop a comment on any episode and it will be picked up. And of course, as I've said before, all the contributions you give, be it your groans or anything else, they help out the show massively. Thanks very much, Groaners. You want another puzzler? Here's our last game of the show. Who the hell am I? The link will come up on the Podbean episode. It's still not shown anywhere else, so if you're going to view it, you must do it on Podbean. Your clue is, I've had many film roles, and my last name is a type of bird. Good luck, Groaners. The answer will come for this game next week. Nearing the end of the show now, we find ourselves at the point where we name our heroes of the week. How wholesome is this? I love this. 2 great-grandparents took a 86-mile-long drive to see their great-grandson. Now you might think, well, an 86-mile-long drive, what's so special about that? Why are they heroes? In their truck, they had filled the back of it with genuine real snow, as their 1-year-old great-grandson had never seen it. Upon arrival, he got to play with the snow in the back of the truck, and from seeing the picture in the news article, his face had lit up. Utter angels and heroes, man. Absolutely beautiful. Now before we go, Groaners, there is just enough time to go into those all-important game answers. Are you ready? Here we go. Starting off from last week. Admin Nicole's anagram anxiety. Your anagram was Boxy Clank. Your clue, powerful protection stone. The answer was black onyx. I was nowhere near. If you got that, very well done. Nicole, you are too good at making anagrams. But please, don't stop now. Yes or BS answers. Round 1. The Greek karate burial round. Option A. It's generally accepted that there are 4 main styles of karate. This is actually really true. The main styles are known as Goju-ryu, Shotokan, Wado-ryu, and Shito-ryu. Ryu, of course, means style. There are also many less mainstream styles, including Chito-ryu, Isshin-ryu, Kyoko-kushin, Shurijin-ryu, and Uchi-ryu. If I've butchered any of those, my apologies. If you went for option B, Vikings had sea burials, it's actually false. They had land burials. When they lit up or they set fire to the boat on the waters. None of them actually got buried in the sea. So that was kind of a play on words, Groaners. Sorry if you fell for that one. Option C. Ancient philosopher Plato was Italian, not Greek. That is 100% absolute BS. But I dare say one of you out there may have fell for it. If so, sorry. Round 2. The night joke fear round. If you went for option A, the world's first joke was traced back to 1400 BC. That's false. It was actually 1900 BC. I wonder if it got a lot of laughs. Option B. No one truly sleeps through the night. This is true. We wake up several times without even knowing it. If you went for option C, phagoriophobia is a fear of being fragile or handling fragile things. That's false. It's actually a phobia of strawberries. And last round, round 3, the Goober Life Garden round. If you went for option A, the life expectancy of a hamster is 1 year. That's false. Usually it's a maximum of 2 years, but there have been cases where some hamsters have lived a lot longer. If you went for option B, in a garden, butterflies stay away from weeds due to the chemical signals the plants give off. That's false. They are actually more attracted to the weeds in your garden. And if you went for option C, goober peas, or another name for peanuts, this is 100% true. And final game answer, give me the question. Round 1, your answer was Fiji. Your correct question was A. What country houses the largest temple in the southern hemisphere? Round 2, your answer was Egypt. Your correct question was B. What country invented decorative tiles? It's actually documented as the country with the earliest use of these tiles, so I dare say they probably invented them. And round 3, your answer was 62 hours and 31 minutes. Your correct question was C. What is the record for the longest pinball marathon? The record is held by a man in Florida by the name of Andrew Robichaud. And with that, Groaners, we hope some of you joined in live or joined in later got some points. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you for more groany fun next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Option C. Ancient philosopher Plato. Option C. Ancient philosopher. I can't say the word.